Hi folks, I know it's been a while since I vlogged, actually almost a couple of weeks. In my last vlog I talked about I was going to do a wedding with the FujiFilm 50R medium format. Tell you right now, it's not a camera for wedding. You can use it for wedding. There's certain, aspect of a wedding when you do formal, people are posed and everything, then this is perfect. There's no issue there. Where it does not shine as much is action. So when there's a lot of movement, focusing is in dim light, not the greatest. So what I've done to compensate with that, basically everything was on the P mode. And on the P mode, on this Fuji, P mode is basically, you go all the way to the A, little A here, red A, and then the, this is the f-stop, and the shutter speed, same thing. Hope this is straight. A mode. And of course you got the exposure compensation that you can use with that. So this is my setting to capture, and my ISO, if I turn this on, if I'm not mistaken, my ISO is maxed to, I was using basically 3200 ISO inside at the ceremony where they had the church. At the ceremony I was using 3200. During the evening where they had the party, the dancing and all that, same thing. But what I wanted to talk about is and I can't share photos right now. I haven't talked to the couple yet if I can share a photo, but what I wanted to talk about is Jpeg shooting. So I did a lot of JPEGs, and my settings were quite easy. So I if you can see this, there's a small button there. So I assigned this button. If I press on it, I got my JPEG custom setting at the back. If you can see here. So I got C1, C2, C3, C4 until all the way to C7. And you can see I assigned a name to it. This one is day, portrait, night, street, Padilla, who's the photographer. There's black and white car, same thing. And Morowitz, so Joel Morowitz as a famous photographer. So yeah, so what I did is basically copied some of the setting that fellow Kevin Muller from the UK is using also when he does his JPEG shooting. So for wedding, I did JPEG during the evening, during the ceremony, because it was fast action. I needed a high ISO. I didn't want to spend time. The focus went okay. And the evening, what I also used is I had this flash, a Yongo YN660. I got 3 of those, so that was very practical to have. And I had my assistant, who was my daughter, and she was walking with the light pole and stuff like that. And I was using this little guy here, again from Yongo, and this was set up on my GFX, and I was able with this to control the intensity, the light, everything. So yeah, so this was my wedding equipment. It went okay. There's nice pictures. You'll see. Hopefully I can share those pictures. But basically this vlog is just to touch base with you folks. I haven't had much time to do some landscape photography. Basically I'm in between job right now. I'm traveling, and in the next week too I'll be gone all week for work. So that's unfortunate, but I won't be posting much next week either. So, but I'll get back to it. I'll get back to landscape. I just wanted to say I give it a try. If I do have a wedding coming up, I will use this, the formal. I use the raw. I shoot it in raw with when I did the formal with the family. Amazing, amazing. No doubt it does amazing file, you'll see. Hopefully I can share some of the photos. The JPEG were amazing also. My custom setting worked perfectly well. The black and the color, the vivid color. And I look at even that ISO 3200 super file, super nice. This was my 45mm 2.8, and I also used my 100 to 200 5.6 from FujiFilm GFX lenses. So yes, it was quite the experience. It's you know, I think I charged my battery. I had 2 batteries, and during the day at one point, because I started early, 8:30 in the morning shooting, all the way to 11:30 at night, non-stop. And I used about 3 battery. Went through 3 battery. So that was the thing. And I had my 2 SD card are fine. Basically what I have here is 128 gig SD card in the first slot. And in the second slot, I have a 64 gig Sony again. So basically, instead of doing the backup on the 2 card, I just overload on the second one when the first one is full. Setting went well. The only issue I had is focusing in a dim environment. It was not that easy. It's a good thing I had a backup. I have other camera that I use. My daughter had an Olympus OMD5, so she was shooting with that too, with a wide angle. So I was covered. Plus I did some videos, also some 4K videos, and I'm trying to put a video that includes photos, slide videos with music in there of the couple, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy this. But everything went well, no issue. Again, when you do a wedding, you go prepare. Plenty of battery, plenty of power, plenty of light. 3 of those. I have 3 of those. You know, folks, this is about $100, $90 or something Canadian. You get this on Amazon. Order. It doesn't matter if it worked for a year or 2. Compared to Nikon, compared to Fuji, compared to Canon, Flash, Godox, whatever, they're solid. Except for this one, as you can see, a couple of years ago I dropped it and the door doesn't close properly. But that's fine. It takes 4 AA battery, and again, these were very useful to have. They radio with my little other device, and they're, you know, they're slaves. I had 3 of those, and the light is powerful, no issue. So I also had this little device here. I was able to use. It's made by Aperture. Well, I call it Aperture. But anyway, this guy is video light, but I use it also to for the wedding. So basically, it comes with the magnetic little shader or diffuser. There's 2 here stacked one on top of each other. Turn this on. Pretty bright, right? I mean, so I was able to use this during the wedding. If I put the, there we go. And also with this, comes with this case, you know. And I also have another diffuser. This guy here. You put, and you got the Velcro. You got the Velcro. The Velcro goes on the side here, and basically now you have an even better diffuser. So this is I use this diffuser at the wedding. So, and the intensity, you can go up. I'll go down, go up. There's a boost button, make it even stronger. Turn off, I don't know if you see all the change. I got this little guy, it goes, so the color of the light too, you can change that. You know, 43, 6800. Anyway, this guy was very useful during the wedding because we did some detail shot with this holding. Also, the first dance had someone walking around with the light and I had my other flash. So I was able to focus with this and snap with the flash, right? The shotgun. So this little light, very practical, not big at all. It's on a little stand here right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it off, show it to you. So yeah, little diffuser. Yeah, this guy here. And I didn't have to charge it at all. It lasted the whole day. I still have some power left in it. So it's got a USB-C port on it. Anyway, it's 1800 megahertz, 3.7 volt. If you need something to use for video, this is a video light actually. If you need something to use for video, but also for product shoot, macro photography, this little light, they're very, very handy to have during that wedding day. It'll be the description. I'll leave a link downstairs to go to the description. Amazon, I believe too. So, on to another subject, landscape photography. Yesterday, Apple announced a monster of a computer, a Mac Pro. I used to have Mac Pro in the past. Now I got an old 211 iMac that's getting tired, and I'm thinking of upgrading. So when I saw the new Mac Pro, I said, "Wow, beautiful machine." I'll show it'll be online right now. So you see, it looks like a big cheese grater. I mean, I can't resist. It looks like a big cheese grater. The screen is a 6K screen. Again, the back of the screen look, again, like a big cheese grater. Funny, but at the same time, the price is out of this range for sure. For what we do, I think it's overkill for photographer. I don't think photographer need that big Mac Pro. An iMac, just a regular new iMac 211 is sufficient. Even that is expensive. So all this to say, after been using Apple since 1999, I had the first Bundy Blue iMac. 1999, I think was my first Mac. And this year I decided to go with PC. I'm having a PC built. It's gonna cost me less than what I paid for this guy in 211. It's gonna have all the bells and whistles I need for video and for photos editing. My software, Lightroom will work on both. Capture One will work on my PC. I don't need to change my license. The only license that I would probably not be able to use on my PC is Final Cut Pro. Does that mean I won't be able to edit any video? No, because I decided, and I already started to learn to use DaVinci Resolve. So, and DaVinci Resolve right now, you can download the beta 15 or 16 for free. And the free version, it's forever. There's no 30-day trial, 1-month trial. It's free, and it's got all the necessity in there to make good video. You know, I'm not saying I'll never buy the license for DaVinci, but in DaVinci, I don't need to buy third-party application to edit the audio and the graphic if I want to include graphic in my video, and I will. I'll be able to use all this from DaVinci Resolve. Super good software to color grade, and now super good interface. If you look at the new interface from the 16, you got new features in there, similar to Adobe Premiere and similar to Final Cut Pro. it doesn't matter. All I want to say is I decided going to PC. So I need to buy a screen. I think I found a good one, a 4K screen. And the computer I'm building, I'm going with the, for those who are interested in to know, I'm gonna go with Ryzen 7, the 2700, the CPU. Not sure about the GPU yet, probably a Vega type GPU. Memory for sure 32 gig, hard drive, SSD, 1 terabyte, and also an HD drive, an old-fashioned HD SATA drive of 8 terabyte in the machine. A couple of bells and whistles in there just to make it, you know, a performance machine basically for video, for editing video and photography also. So anyway, this is just to catch up, folks. I wanted to do this because I haven't done much in the past, fortunately, in the past little while, and I wanted to share this video, an update of my situation right now. Very busy, summer's in there. Mind you, this morning was like 3 degrees, so I don't know what's going on, but anyway. Also, just another change in my vlogging setup. I'm using now the DJI Osmo Action instead of the GoPro 7 and my iPhone 8 Plus that I've used so many until now. All my video were shot with the iPhone until now. I did try the GoPro 7, but when the DJI came out, I jumped on it. I exchanged it for the GoPro, and because of the front screen, it's easier to see yourself when you're vlogging, and it's an amazing little gadget. Wow. Anyway, so this video is made with the Osmo Action, and all my next video will be made with the Osmo Action. Till next time, keep shooting.